Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of MACD Winners, where we take trading days, real days, and break them down step by step so we can learn to find the trading opportunities. Hello again everyone, Don Singletary. We're going to go over a few more trading days in this video to help you learn how to use the MACD trade signal indicator and apply it to day trading some of the micro E-minis here. I'm using the standard screen setup so it's easier for you to learn. You'll see I trade NASDAQ100 Micro E-minis, $2 a point, candlesticks, 5-minute increments, and the MACD is in the lower pane of the screen. Here we have a trading day that runs from 9:30 until just after 2 p.m. And if ever a trading day was going to be easy, this is the one. Every now and then you get a simple task to do, and it can pay very well. So let's get into it, and I'll show you how it works. Okay, the market opens at 9:30, and on this particular day, the market takes a dive and stays that way pretty much from 9:30 in the morning until at least 2:15 in the afternoon, as you see on the screen. Well, the first sell signal, and you recall, in using the MACD indicator, we want to sell when the green line is below the red line, and all this happens below the zero line on the MACD. So here we have a sell signal at very early in the day at about 9:45. So we get a sell signal and we sell one contract at 92.62. Just want to remind you, see the blue line on the horizontal here, the zero line of the MACD. Remember, the other guideline is if both the green and red lines are below the zero line, we don't buy anything. If both the red and green lines are above the zero line, we don't sell anything. That's just a guideline. There are exceptions. And the simple explanation for that is if both these lines, the red and green, are above the zero, we're in a bullish territory. And if both the lines are below the zero line, we're in bearish territory. Now, the wonderful thing about looking at an entire day's chart here is we have the genius of hindsight automatically. Well, real trading isn't like that. If it was, we could all be rich. We'd have tomorrow's newspaper in our hand today. So I'm going to make you blind on this trade so we see what happens. Now, at about 9:45, we sell one contract at 92.62, and we're watching the green and red lines below the zero line down in the MACD. So you got to ask yourself now, what are you going to do? You see the markets, the red and green are converging. So you see that the momentum of the market going down is clearly diminishing slowly. So you take a look up at the price and you're at 92.3750. Well, I did the math, and the difference between 92.62 and 92.3750 is 24.5 points, which would be $49 profit. Since we went into this trade at 9:45 a.m. and we're out here at about 10:50, in less than an hour, we've made a profit of $49. And you'll probably be patting yourself on the back about then, really proud. Let's take away the genius of hindsight, though, and see what you shoulda, coulda, woulda done. If you'd held this trade all the way till about 2 o'clock, you could have gotten out of it at 91.28, 134 points for a $268 profit. So the $49 by 2 o'clock probably wouldn't look very good to you. But that's human nature. That's trading psychology. We all judge ourselves with the genius of hindsight on what we could do. We could have gone back at around 11:30. The green went below the red, and they're both below the zero line, and sell again. And that's probably what most traders would have done. And then you see down there at about 12:20 or 12:30, we would have gotten out of that trade, and it would have been difficult to go back and forth the rest of the day. Aha, I said it would be difficult, but I didn't say it wouldn't be worth it. Watch this. You see you've got a couple of more trades going for the day right here, and you're going to wind up making another $70 on one of the trades, another $80 on another, and add that to the 49, that's $150, $199 total for the day. And that's if you still followed all the rules, which would have given you relative safety, because remember, the first rule is preservation of capital. Don't take risk you don't have to. Don't, according to the Art of War book, don't fight battles that you can't win. And when the probability is in your favor, and it will be usually if you use these rules, there's sometimes they're not going to prove to be the perfect thing you could have done. It's going to happen quite often, to be honestly. But you have to have a track and a schedule to follow so that you'll have the discipline to be able to do that. Now, one really overlooked thing about the MACD is down on the lower right. And you see the scale on the right margin there of the MACD. Now, after about 11:30 in the morning, both the red and the green lines stay below minus 7.5, went all the way down to minus 17.5. That means the overall momentum for the day was resoundingly negative. It was down, it was bearish. And that made it less risky as long as you're selling things. And that's why I have the rule of thumb is when both the lines are below the zero line on the MACD reference, you don't buy something. And when they're above the line, you don't sell something. And that's the reason that I use that as a general rule. Of course, there are exceptions to every rule. Who knew there were so many things we could learn just from picking apart one day of trading, and especially on a day that looks, at least at first appearance, to be a very, very easy day because the market went down all day long. But you can see you combine. It's sort of a science and sort of an art form to be able to read these MACD signals, to get the practice, to get those reference points in your brain so that you'll remember them when the time is right. And remember, preservation of capital, the number one rule. Trying to make money is, of course, the second rule, and we hope to be able to accomplish that. There's notes about my book below if you'd like to examine that on Amazon. And also hit the like or put a comment below if you like, because that helps me know what the viewers here on the YouTube channel that I have need to learn more about and what their interests are. So I'd appreciate that. I hope every day is a payday for you. This is Don Singletary, and I'll see you next time.